An average person has about 70,000 thoughts daily. There are some days when the majority of these thoughts are negative. These negative thoughts tend to occur when we're anxious or depressed, making us think of worst-case scenarios. While we may not realize it, the spark of a negative thought can actually shape and strengthen neural pathways in our minds. This leads to more negative thoughts, creating a vicious cycle of poor mental health. It is these thoughts that are known as automatic negative thoughts, or ANTs. To make peace with and fix our ANTs, we need to learn more about them and practice ways of managing them. Here are two common types of ANTs. One is called black and white thinking, which refers to a state of mind where we think in extremes and use words like always, every, or never. The following scenario may sound familiar. After failing a test, Seth feels like he will never succeed in life, which of course is not true. The second common ANT is referred to as mind reading, which happens when we assume others are thinking something bad about us. The following example is a case in point. Steve hasn't responded to Joan's text message for days because he is busy. Yet, Joan wrongly believes that Steve is mad at her and is thus ignoring her. Both of these ANTs make it difficult for us to maintain a positive view on life. To stop negative thoughts from taking control, we can take the following steps. First, when we get ourselves trapped by a negative thought, we can recognize how we feel and ask ourselves if this is a truthful reflection of who we are. In the first example, Seth can ask himself whether a temporary setback like failing a test should lower his sense of self-worth and diminish his other accomplishments. Next, we should reconsider the situation according to valid facts or evidence, rather than feelings and emotions. In Joan's case, if she puts her feelings aside, she would remember that Steve recently complained about his heavy workload. She would probably also remember that everything was normal when she last saw him. Therefore, it is unlikely that Steve is angry at her, and he is just caught up in work. After we recognize these invalid negative thoughts, rather than burdening ourselves with them, we can shift our focus and find workable solutions to our problems. Instead of letting ourselves be controlled by the negative thoughts in our lives, we should use them as a chance to rethink who we are and what we are capable of doing. To do so, we should learn to be on guard against ANTs and silence unnecessary inner critics. Our minds can do incredible things if we can manage our ANTs, but it is up to us to master this ability.